as today, mostly sunny. Not as cold. Highs in the upper 30s. Southeast winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 20s. South winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny, warmer. Highs around 50. West winds 5 to 15 miles an hour.
This right here is the reason we're chasing these coyotes so hard. In the last 2 days, we've killed 13 coyotes out of 2 different calving pastures. This is our last hunt. This was the last set of the weekend, and it ended up being a pretty good set. Well, after about 10 minutes of sitting here, we get a surprise, and there's a coyote standing right out in front of us to our right. I had to tweak the camera way around to get the shot. After about another 15 minutes of calling, we finally get a pair that show up on the hill about 500 yards out. There's a pair, but I can't see the second one to the right because it's behind that pine tree. Now you can see that right one through the pine tree. Once these coyotes appeared up on this ridge, I just went silent with my calling. We just wanted to let curiosity get to them. And so they sat there for quite a while just trying to size up the situation, see what was going on, looking to see where the commotion had come from. But as they work through the timber, when they get in there and kind of hang up, I just go to a really, really soft mouse squeak, which you can't hear. That's what actually got the one at the bottom to come out of the timber, and that's the one we end up killing. Now they start to move, and they'll work their way through the timber playing hide and seek for the next few minutes before I get one to finally commit and come out into the open. The male has already moved over to the right, and the female is going to join him. You'll see him sitting there in the timber. The female's working her way down a little bit lower than the male right now. Every once in a while I can see a little movement of white in between the branches on those trees. Stan doesn't know where they're at, he can't see them. I'm trying to get him lined up on that burnt juniper because I'm pretty sure one's going to come out somewhere in there. If you look to the right, you'll see the male, he's sneaking through the timber a little higher. He's not falling for the mouse squeaks, but pretty soon the old female, she can't stand it and she comes out of the timber. This coyote works its way over, and when Stan gets ready to take the shot, you're going to hear a dry fire, and then he realizes that his rifle didn't chamber up another round. Been saving this spot because I've called coyotes up here before. Out here, you could see earlier, there's cows below us. There's a big calving and feeding ground below us here over these hills. And I told Stan, I said I was pretty confident we'd kill something in here. And then there's a draw that goes up to our right, and I've never had anything come down that draw before. I always thought it'd be a good place for one to come. We were just sitting here looking out all over this stuff out here, and Stan looked over and that one was standing right there, the first one, and so he ended up shooting it. And then I went into some more calling, and wasn't too long.
We were just about ready to get up.
Yeah, we were thinking about getting up and leaving because we wanted to go make one more set. But Stan glassed over and saw a coyote on the ridge over there. Probably, I don't know how far over is there.
Yeah, I don't know, it's 500 yards.
500 yards. I guess you can see that in the video. We'd seen one move, and so I just played lightly, but then I noticed just a little bit of white movement in the trees over there, and I told Stan they're in that trees. So anyway, they came out, and then I don't know, I thought he was going to shoot it the first thing when it came out of the road. I don't know what you were waiting for.
I was waiting for him to get around the corner here to meet his buddy, and he got pretty close.
And then I'm sitting there watching that one. I'm like, what the heck? And then I look up on the side of the hill, and the second one's going along the side of the hill up here on the steep side hill. And so then he kind of switched because that one got behind the trees. And anyway, long story short, we killed that second one probably 15 feet from the first one we killed.
But he came from totally different directions.
Totally different directions. I was afraid he was going to wind him, smell that coyote, and then he was going to take off. But anyway, we took 7 coyotes out of this pasture today. We've worked our butts off today, all over this pasture, and there's at least one more we should have had, and then we had a bunch of mess ups the first hour and a half this morning. We kind of...
Oh, we didn't have a bunch. We had one, I think.
I mean, we kind of screwed up. We should have stayed put. We had coyotes howling all around us, and we moved, and we probably should have just stayed put. But anyway, 7's still a good day in my book. The rancher's going to be happy. We've taken 7 out of this pasture and 6 out of the other pasture about 12 miles from here. So they are covered up in coyotes. So let's go take a look at these 2 coyotes.
That's pretty funny. That coyote was going that way about 20 minutes ago, and this one was coming this one about 5 minutes ago, and that's where they ended up.
And they look like good coyotes again.
That's a big male.
Well, once again, this coyote here is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the prettiest coyotes I've seen this year. He's got all of his guard hairs yet. He's starting to break just a little bit on the back, but that is an absolutely gorgeous coyote. I mean, look at the belly on that thing.
Yeah,
that is a prime,
he's
beautiful coyote.
Yeah, big old male.
I'll tell you, you look at the size of this coyote right here, and we've killed a number of them that size. I mean, they can get a hold of these little newborn calves in a heartbeat, especially when they're working together in a pair. We just realized probably 4 hours ago, we killed another one over the hill that's probably a quarter of a mile from here. So we've killed 4, or 3, I guess, in this area.
Yeah, we've killed 3 in this area, but I was just telling Steven, we killed one over there, we killed this double, and half an hour ago we killed a double up over the hill there. So it's been a productive afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, they just get in these cows when they're calving, and they just hang right around them. And I mean, we've just been bouncing around the edge of these cows all day long. And like I said, we called up several that, you know, we didn't get in to the call. But anyway, we've probably, I don't know, we've probably seen 15 coyotes today. But anyway, once again, I think the rancher's going to be happy to know we've taken at least 7 out of this pasture. That'll help a little bit, take a little of the pressure off. And it's 7 that have been hanging around the cows, so that's a good day. Thank you for watching these videos, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you missed the other 2 videos in this series, go back and watch those to see some other great hunts. Here are a few more videos I think you'll enjoy.